You said that you took a run up to Frankenmuth this fall.
Yes. For a long time, we would go to Frankenmuth about once a year for a chicken dinner for our anniversary.
That's a nice idea.
And then we let it go for 5, 6 years. Too many other things, I guess. And then this past year, we went again. And it was nice to be there again.
Were the colors out when you were up there?
Somewhat. But you know, I think some of the brightest colors were right here in Muskegon on Hackley between Barclay and Sherman. It was just beautiful there.
And I also saw quite a bit of color just south of Mono Lake. It must have been the variety of trees.
Yes.
Because it was the most beautiful sight I'd seen in years.
Yes.
Yeah. So perhaps it was just the time of year I must have hit it right.
Michigan has some beautiful scenery too.
Yeah.
Some years back, we had a hired hand who came here to break horses for someone who wanted to buy horses that were already ready to ride. And he had lunch at our house, and he could not get over the amount of fruit we had. We always had fruit. And he was from Arizona, and he couldn't believe fresh raspberries, fresh strawberries, you name it. If it wasn't fresh, it was out there on the farm, or in the winter it was canned. Michigan is a wonderful state, I think.
Well, I happen to think that you're very right in what you're saying, because I've been around a little, taking a look here and there, and I'm always glad to come back here.
And weren't you up there in the fruit-growing country by Mears or New Era?
So near Silver Lake, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, all along there, in fact, Claybanks is where my father's family are from.
Well, there's one thing that Nancy didn't hit on yet after retirement. We spent about almost 12 years traveling back and forth, crisscrossing this country from one ocean to the other ocean. We were pulling a fifth wheel.
I was just going to ask if you had a camper or a trailer.
Yeah, right. And it was probably some of our best times of our life, I think.
Did you do some of the driving?
No, I didn't drive because I didn't dare drive a truck with a fifth wheel behind. Our kids really enjoyed the letters we sent home. We had 4 children and 3 grandsons, and now we have 1 great-grandson. And they have said they have envied this time period that we were traveling all over with a fifth wheel. But now we're back home, and we just remember.
Well, but it makes wonderful memories.
Oh, yes.
Because you can look at all the different places.
Well,
And did you take your children with you any of the time?
No.
Well, yes.
That was your time.
We took the children with us when they were young, and we'd camp in a tent up by Higgins and Houghton Lake.
Yes. That also is beautiful up there.
Oh, yes. Very beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we traveled a lot, but actually we settled down in the valley, down in Texas, Rio Grande Valley. And in fact, we ended up buying a mobile home down there, and even a lot. We owned a lot and a trailer and a whole. And we had that for about 6 or 7 years, something like that. And then I guess our kids really thought we should be back here, and so we ended up and sold that too. But that were some very good years down in the.
Well, you had a chance to see pretty much everything inside the 48 contiguous states.
Oh yes, we were in Mexico also with our fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Spent about 2 weeks there, and it still surprises me that there are camps down there that the campers go to, and most of the campers are either Canadian or Americans.
Yeah.
And the Mexicans down there were wonderful to us. They were just wonderful.
And it was warm.
Oh, yes.
Well, one of the things that drew us to Texas, we were down in Mission, Texas, or Mission, McAllen, Texas.
Well,
And
that's
actually,
pretty far
McAllen,
south,
Texas
too.
is a square dance capital of the world. And so Nancy and I, we got to be very avid square dancers. And we do once in a great while yet, but we're getting, so we can't do it anymore. But anyway, we really enjoyed square dancing too.
And by the way, that is excellent exercise.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it
it is.
There used to be quite a few square dancers in this area.
It's excellent exercise for the muscles and the brain, because when the caller calls a movement, your brain has to receive it and send it
Act
to
on
the
it.
muscles, and you have to act on it within just a few minutes.
And it is funny, but I can remember going through that, and I thought, how am I supposed to learn this? It's something I had never done before in my life. So, and all of a sudden, I was doing it without even thinking.
Yes.
So I was following, and we had very much fun. But over the years, why the groups scattered, moved away
Yes.
and whatnot, so I don't know what's around now, but
The High Neighbors are still here, and there's an active club in Grand Rapids, and there's an active club in Shelby.
and you found them,
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
so you go visit. Well, you know, both of you, Paul and Nancy, have given us a new insight into what you can do with your life from the time you're born and we grow up and have family, your families grow up, and you get a chance to go and look at the world.
Yeah.
It makes you happy that you've had the chance.
And we're happy to have those 4 kids and grandkids.
You wouldn't trade them, would you?
No.
And I don't think
Wonderful
anyone else
family,
would
wonderful
either.
family.
But we are going to stop for now, and I'm hoping that we can get you back again one of these days to tell us some more about what you've discovered around here. You'll probably dig up things that I never dreamed of.
Thank you.
And West Michigan, keep tuned. We'll come back again.